What's going on, internet? This is JD coming at you another video from Redskins Rant Hail to the Redskins. This is going to be a very short video, very quick video. Just want to talk about the state of the Washington Redskins, really. Some real quick things to talk about. So Trent Williams came back. Apparently he had a cancer issue. I don't know why he didn't say that. He should. I think the media should have known that he had a cancer issue. The Redskins should have released that. And that's why he didn't come back. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of things that are not like to the letter and not like completely explained about the whole Trent Williams being gone thing. But I still don't know why I just didn't trade him. He doesn't want to be here, and we're milking the situation. Isn't even milked. Here's what I'm going to talk about. Haskins starts for his first game. Congrats to him. I said it last week. I said it would be the best time to start him would be now. Is because he had half a game under his belt. He can go some things he can review. So now he can get a full game under his belt. With a bye week coming up, he can go spend the bye week actually like reviewing what he did wrong and going over game film. And then he can spend the next week preparing for the next game. So I do think that's the best idea. Do I think he's going to do well? I honestly, I couldn't tell you the way. Maybe he's one of those guys. There's some players, and like one of those players that they do better when they start the game rather than coming in, period. They're just they're gamers, and when they start the game, they get in the rhythm, they get themselves in the rhythm, they get themselves hyped up to play. Maybe he's one of those guys. That is possible. We'll see. He plays the Bills. Bills are a tough defense. I still think the Redskins I think the Redskins have a chance to win. The defense has been playing good the last few weeks. So I'm not gonna get too far into that. But yeah, the Redskins have been playing. Defense has been pretty good. The offense has been sucky the last few weeks. So that's really what it's going to come down to. How good the defense plays. So I'm looking forward to it. I want to see it. If it's bad, then let it be bad. But he needs to get that experience. The season's down the shitter anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I just hope he doesn't get hurt. I want to make sure he comes out of this rest of the season healthy. So Trent Williams is back. I just make sure Trent's doing what he can. I know he's not playing this week. He may not play for a few weeks because of IR. But that would be preferred that he stays healthy through this whole thing. That's the main thing. I'd hate for him to get injured after his first play with the Redskins, and then we have a high draft pick this year, and we're not using that draft pick to pick a quarterback because we know or don't know that Dwayne Haskins. I want to know what he is. Is he got potential that we can build, or is it a player that is just not good and he had a good college career because he basically was surrounded by good talent? Another thing I want to talk about. This is the main point of the video, actually. We're turning the heat on. It's getting foggy in here. Is the Washington Redskins. Why do the Washington Redskins gotta be a laughing stock of the Virginia area? In the last year and a half, the Virginia, let's go first. Who won the championship first? The Capitals won an NHL Stanley Cup championship. A year and a half. It was about a year and a half ago. That's the latest one. Okay, it's the one that happened longest ago. Then, what happened next? You had the Virginia Cavaliers won a championship in NCAA basketball. They've been good for years, and they finally got over that hump. So that happened. Then the Mystics, the Washington Mystics, the WNBA basketball team, won a championship, and now the Nationals have won championship. And apparently there's I didn't know this was a thing, to be honest with you. I'm just being honest. It's not a jab at tennis, but apparently there's a professional tennis team that they have like a professional tennis team. And the professional tennis team out of DC or Virginia won as well. So the entire eye of the sports world is centered on DC, and the Wizards. I mean, they've had some injuries. They've at least been relevant for the last few years, but they're just not contenders yet. But they're building. I like their young guy, Hideki Kamara, I think is what his name is. He's looking good deal. They re-signed him long term. So they're building some things. I'd say I'm curious to see what they are in a couple years. But they've never been like the staple franchise of the area. It's been the Redskins. And the Redskins are what they are right now. They're 1-7, 1-6. Just god awful. And with all the tension of the sports world on DC, and the Redskins are doing what they're doing now, it's just sad. I don't want to say it's pathetic. It's just sad because the Washington Redskins, if we could just be good and just jump in line with the rest of the teams in the area, God, it's a great time to be from that area because all the teams are successful. They're winning, except for the Redskins and the Wizards. But you just think that all these other teams don't have the struggles that the Washington Redskins have. There's camaraderie, there's team building, there's demand for excellence. And you don't have this other bullshit either. I mean, the Nationals lost their best player, one of the best players in the league, Bryce Harper, and then they win a championship. Like, how do you even fathom that? It's because you have great coaching, you have great everything around them. Great pitching, great coaching. Everything got really good. So, it's unfathomable to me how the whole eye of the sports world is on DC with everything winning in the Virginia, DC area. And the Washington Redskins are what they are. It's really sad. Because if they were with the rest of the party, dang. It's amazing how, like, last year, I thought it was kind of crazy how almost 2 years ago, the Washington, the Eagles won the Super Bowl, and then Villanova won an NCAA championship. And I'm like, wow, a lot of sports stuff's going on here in Philly. This eclipses that. This eclipses that because the Washington Redskins, because you got the Caps and you got the Nats, the Caps, Virginia Cavaliers. You have the Mystics. Then that's five in tennis, and that's five sports right there. 5 sports that are focused on the area that you're drawing attention from. That you're like the best in the game right now are from that area. And the Washington Redskins are the only team, or the one team, and the Wizards too, but those teams are just the ones not following suit and not, holding to the standard that the rest of the teams are having. I just wanted to comment on that it's kind of crazy that all this stuff is happening in Virginia, in the Virginia, D.C. area, but the Washington Redskins just can't get their head out of their ass and win more than one game. That's all there is to it. That's the video. This is JD. Thank you for watching Redskins Rant. Help to the Redskins. It's going to be an exciting day tomorrow. It is Saturday morning. I'm headed to work. I'm excited to see how Haskins does tomorrow. Help to the Redskins. Peace.